Hanging about with pals and then they're taking drugs, so then it's just, I started taking drugs and then it spiralled.
Drugs like cocaine caused Graham's life to plunge into an uncontrollable addiction, forcing him to go to rehab at 20 years old.
Eventually you do more and more, and it doesn't calm you down, but you see it with a lot of people as well, that you go pubs, clubs, anywhere, there's always somebody that's taking it when you go into the toilet because it's glamorised, it's expensive, and it's the debt that comes with it isn't good, because you're in thousands and thousands of pounds worth of debt before you know it. So I had to get help to pay it and stuff eventually because it was getting too much.
He's now spent the past 6 months at this rehab in Aberdeenshire and will be the youngest person to ever complete the programme here.
Before I wasn't going to go anywhere if I didn't come here. I would just be stuck in the same routine, which wasn't healthy at all. So it was good coming here because now I've got doors opened for volunteering and stuff for when I'm out here, and it'll be good just to get out and try new things, because that's something that I definitely wouldn't have done because I didn't have the confidence to do before.
With 27 rooms, the service offers programmes like relapse prevention, harm reduction and recovery through nature. But as Scotland continues to have the highest drug death rate in Europe, demand on services like this is only increasing as waiting lists continue to grow.
We would love to see more long-term commitment from the government for block funding for residential rehabs. We'd love to see more services commissioned in rural areas such as Rehouse, so we can create greater equity of access for those who need it more, not just for those who can advocate for themselves.
The first of its kind facility opened earlier this year, but alarm bells about Scotland's drugs crisis have been ringing for years. More than 1,000 people died of drugs misuse last year. That's a 13% decrease from the year before. But in the first 6 months of this year, there were more than 600 suspected drug deaths, 3% more than during the same period in 2024. Charities say the rise of street drugs like benzodiazepines have contributed to the death toll, particularly when mixed with other substances. But when it comes to seeking help, factors like deprivation and accessibility can become barriers.
Everything changes, and it changes really quickly, so trying to keep up with that is incredibly challenging. I think we need to be really flexible and we need to be really responsive. You know, we need to see people essentially when they're ready, as soon as they're ready, and we need to meet them where they're at.
The money Stephen earned from his job in the oil and gas industry helped to feed his addiction, and what started as taking pharmaceutical tablets eventually led to heroin.
I thought I was in control. I was never in control. I was just a working addict, and it just took a lot of years for me to crash. It was hard, but it gets easier, and when you come through the programme, it's absolutely life-changing. It really is. I've never been so happy. The future is so bright for me. I can see it, but I've got to work at it every day.
Sunnybray was that lifeline for Stephen, a rehab that's been supporting people through addiction for more than 2 decades.
The programme is made up of a real balanced mix of class work, counselling, work duties, recreational and other things. And the hope and the prayer is, with getting the guys here, is getting them off their drink and drugs, but ultimately to help them address the underlying root causes of their addiction.
We have put in a substantial sum of money, I think around 38 million, to increase the capacity of residential rehab around the country, so to build extra buildings and to make sure there are more beds. But we've also put in extra money to ensure that there are more publicly funded places.
For Graham, his time here has come to an end, but he's now looking forward to the next chapter, free from a life of addiction. Gráinne Níogarthain, STV News.